Hey, everybody. Hey, I know I've been absent a little longer than usual since I put my last video out. And now, I have a couple new episodes pretty much made and ready to go. But before I put these out, I got some big changes coming to the show that I just wanted to give you guys a heads up about. And a number of different things that I am going to be implementing here pretty much immediately. And that includes a new name for the show and also some big changes in how I will be posting content moving forward. So let's start talking about the new name. So the show will no longer be called Categorical Imperatives. From here on out, the new name for the show will be Legalese. Also, I think I'm probably, this is less important, but probably going to be more or less dropping the pen name that I've been using, Locking and Liberal. The reason I started using that was to try and maintain a certain level of anonymity. But since all the articles that I regularly publish on like Substack, the Libertarian Institute, the 10th Amendment Center, and not to mention the show's homepage, all just use my real name anyway. I figure I might as well just kind of start doing that for as well, for brevity's sake. So, uh, yeah. But why the name change for the show? I hear you asking. Well, when I began doing this show, I had wanted to bring together content that amalgamated two separate interests of mine, that is law, and especially constitutional law, with a lot of like libertarian moral philosophy and political philosophy. Now, the longer I have been doing the show, the less I find my video content really focusing on topics of libertarianism. So, while I'm sure I will occasionally still make videos about libertarian concepts and ideas, occasionally, it really has not been a focus for me very much for some time now. And I wanted a name that reflected the refocusing that already has been going on and that will be continuing to go on moving forward. And also, just simply kind of based on viewer counts and audience interaction, it seems like you guys tend to prefer the content where I'm discussing judicial and legislative measures more so than the other stuff. So that just seems to make sense. So you will still be getting videos like my Today in Supreme Court History series. I'll still be doing those. And there will be a lot of increased focus on discussing legislation, not unlike my recent coverage that I've been giving to Texas's SB 8, the controversial fetal heartbeat bill. I'm really going to start cluing in on important legislation like that. And also, of course, now that creepy Uncle Joe has decided that he has so completely screwed up every single aspect of our economy that he's getting ready to move on to a new phase in his presidency, and he seems to be getting ready to give the Second Amendment the same treatment that he has just given the economy. You can certainly count on videos talking about things such as state and federal gun control, legislation, and regulations. And I also got a really, really good suggestion from someone who is both a friend and also a viewer of the show who was talking about doing a series covering ridiculous laws on the books and bringing attention to the problem we have with over legislation, which I thought was a fantastic idea. And so that is something I'm going to be implementing here as kind of part of his own little series alongside everything else I do. And especially as it fits in so well with another subject that I am want to incorporate into the show, and that has been something I've been trying to bring more and more, which is an ongoing dialogue about the vast difference between law and legislation. Now, also, some of my favorite episodes have always been shows that come from viewer suggested topics. So I encourage you guys to leave me any suggestions you may have either in a video comment or you can send them to the new email address that I have set up for this show with ideas or requests. So if you want to get in touch with me and share any questions, suggestions, comments, dick pics, messianic adulation, whatever it may be, you can send me an email to legalese at gmx.us. And in fact, here I have the new email address listed right there for you guys. I also have some other changes that I'm going to be making regarding how content is put out. In the past, I had tried to make my main base of operations YouTube and Patreon. And while I'm going to continue putting up content on both of those sites, I'm going to be uploading things first and foremost to Rumble and Substack now. Now, Rumble is an alt media platform that operates very similar to YouTube, but with less censorship and less restrictions. Uh, so while the show will still be available on YouTube and Odyssey as it always has been, is going to now be uploaded to Rumble first, and then probably added to YouTube and Odyssey a day or two later. So if you want to keep up to date with new videos, I would encourage you to head over to the Rumble page and check out the site, and consider joining me over there. As you can see, I have a link. It's rumble.com/legalese. And the same thing goes with locals.com, which is very much an alt tech platform meant to replace Patreon. I've created a profile over at locals.com/legalese. And while I will keep the Patreon page up, at least for the time being, I'm really trying to make locals.com the place where people can go to support the show or just kind of interact with the community here. So I encourage you all to come by over there and just check out some different options that I will be making available for people as far as how you can support the show over on Locals if you choose to do those. If you do choose to do that, what kind of extra goodies and premium content that I will be offering to people who join me over there, things like that. And as far as the audio version of the show, that is going to remain available exactly as it is right now. Right now it's available on different platforms from Anchor to Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and so on. So if that's how you watch the show, nothing is going to change there except the name, obviously, of the show. Now, the other thing that will change is that I've really begun making Substack kind of a one-stop page for all of my content, and they're really building themselves up to be that. It's really fantastic. So, moving forward, pretty much all my articles I write, as well as new episodes, both audio and video versions, will all be available over on Substack. I won't be uploading my back catalog over there, but moving forward, all new episodes of the show will be posted over there in every format that they come in. And I also kind of plan to start using Substack as something of a de facto mailing list. They seem like they have a really good setup for using them to just kind of get in touch with people, generally speaking, about a number of different topics. So if you would consider going and following me over there and maybe signing up for the email list over there on my Substack page, that would be very helpful. And also, another great thing with Substack is they are another place you can go to support the channel if you wish to do so. And you can either leave one-time donations there, or you can become a monthly subscriber. It's just for that same price as it's going to be over on locals.com, which is just $2 a month. Now, I do this show because this is stuff I enjoy talking to people about. And I'm always going to make this podcast available to everyone for free, as I've always done. And I don't want to put up sections behind a paywall. So, anyways, I'm hoping you guys will consider heading over to locals.com and to Substack, and maybe consider joining me and just supporting the show. Yeah, it's just $2 a month, and there's going to be all kinds of extra cool little goodies that you'll get if you are a subscriber. So yeah, if you get some value out of this channel and you would consider becoming a member, I would personally very much appreciate it. So, anyways, I've got, like I said, some new videos coming up in the next couple days here. So be looking out for those. And yeah, I guess until next time, all there's left to say is Delenda S. Catago.
Motherfucker, like Freddie Mercury. Motherfucker. I got a trunk full of amps, motherfucker. I got a trunk full of amps, motherfucker. I got a trunk full of amps, motherfucker.